Good morning. So I'm out here at Costa Farms in Miami, Florida, or Hialeah, or whatever. I was supposed to, well, it's a drop and hook, and this is the load that I was hoping for. But it's 4 in the morning. I overslept a little bit at their yard, and now I gotta wait until tomorrow morning to pick up and leave. It's a 10-stop load going to Ohio, which is it's good. It's good. It pays good. It's a bunch of stops, but whatever it takes, and I don't mind it. I'm just gonna go back to the truck. It's about 4:50 in the morning, so I'm just gonna sleep until 6, and hopefully my trailer is ready, because they told me to wait 2 hours. I've waited 8 hours because I went to sleep. But yeah, truck's right there. Yeah. Never mind. I saw a bunch of people in the guard shack by the truck, and they have my paperwork here. So somewhere here is my trailer. I just gotta find it. Okay, let's try this again without the background noise. So I'm out here at Costa Farms in South Florida. It's southwest of Miami. It's about 4:38 in the morning, and I got here around 8 o'clock, 8:30 last night to pick up, and the load wasn't ready. And I delivered the day before yesterday, so today's Wednesday. I delivered on Monday morning, and I just decided to stay in the area for a couple hours to take a 34, hang out with some friends, and get a better load. And I went to the office just now, and the office was closed, so I was going to sleep until 6 in the morning, but I saw a bunch of people by the guard shack, so I just went there, and they had like a stack of paperwork, and I got my paperwork. My trailer's ready. It's like 3 trailers over to my right. But yeah, 12 stops. It's a thick envelope, but yeah, I'm ready to go. I don't have to deliver until Friday morning, so I have all of today and all of tomorrow to get there, which is great. I'm just going to try. Yeah, so we're gonna pick up our trailer and we're gonna get going. Good. guys, I apologize for the bad audio if it's going on. I can hear the reefer next to me, and that's probably in the video, but I can't afford to like go look for the microphone right now. So I already attached to my trailer, and I wanted to touch a little bit on this load. So again, this is a 12 stop load, 1 pickup, 11 drop offs, as stated on this piece of paper. And a lot of people will shy away from this kind of loads because it's so many stops. But to be honest, once you get to the area in which you're delivering, in this case it's Ohio, in my experience with the last load that I had, which was Lowe's, it was 8 stops, and you can knock them all out in a day. For the most part, they unload you really quickly. These are stores, they're not distribution centers, so as soon as you're there, they get someone with a forklift or a pallet jack to unload you and move to the next stop. And you know, for getting out of Florida, it's a good load in my experience. From with the loads that I've gotten in other places, yes, obviously it's 11 stops, but it's Florida at the same time. So to get out of Florida, it's a great load for me. In fact, we're gonna see how this one goes, because if it goes as fast as I'm expecting at the deliveries, every time I come home, whenever I'm leaving, I'm going to see if they can get me one of these loads, because yeah, it pays well. I mean, the rate per day comes out to a really good amount. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, I already attached. I just gotta enter my weight information on the Prime app to check out or depart, and we'll get going.
The next day.
Can't beat a nice shower. Okay, so right now I'm at a pilot in Tennessee. In that part where I-40 and 75 are the same highway for a couple miles. Stop for a quick shower. I'm about 400 miles, actually no, like 320-ish miles away from my first stop, which is the first Walmart facility in Ohio. And we're gonna try to take it all the way through to that stop because they have overnight parking and I can just be there for my first stop. I can start a little bit ahead. But I wanted to take this time to ask you guys, let me know in the comments below if you think that I broke my 30-week challenge by seeing a couple friends in Florida even though I didn't really go home. And there's a couple of things with that. For one, I had a load that was sent to me a couple of hours after I delivered my last load. The lowest paying load I've seen in the entire time that I've been working. But they didn't send it to me while I was getting unloaded. They sent it to me after I had found a parking spot and had digested the fact that I was going to sit for a while. So I had already contacted a bunch of people, not a bunch of people, just two sets of friends to catch up. Which I did get to see, and I ended up getting this load, which is what I wanted, the Coastal Farms load. As I said, the next time I go home, and every time that I go home in the future, whenever I get out, this is the kind of load that I want. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think that I broke my 30-week challenge? I didn't go to my house. I stayed at the truck stop because it made no sense to go home. Yeah, let me know. So I'm just going to eat something real quick and we're going to take this all the way to the first stop. I hate you. Okay guys, so we made it to my first stop, which is Walmart. The Walmart's right there. Trucker Path said they had overnight parking, so I rushed here and I made it. So there's some stuff that I want to talk about, some stuff I want to share, but I gotta buy some stuff from the deli before they close, so let me get that taken care of and I'll get back at you guys. Okay, so I'm back in the truck. I just had to buy some ham and cheese. I was looking for some carbonated water, but it didn't have the brand that I usually drink. I also bought this. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this. There we go. But we'll take care of that in a different video. I want to share some stuff that I usually probably wouldn't talk about, which bring us to our first and maybe last segment of Trucker Confessions. Yeah. Okay, so this falls in the category of honesty hour, things you don't need to know, but I want to talk about. Maybe an overshare. Let me know in the comments what you think. But the last couple hours before I got to this spot were not the best, and it's all my fault. Really, it started really this morning when I was supposed to wake up at 2 in the morning, but I decided to keep sleeping. I ended up waking up at around 4:50 in the morning, which ruined my entire day. I was about 160 miles away from Atlanta, which meant that I got to Atlanta. I drove through Atlanta at 7 in the morning, and it actually went better than it should have, but then I got an accident and a lot of traffic in Chattanooga, and I didn't have to make it to this place on this drive. I had some time. It doesn't deliver until tomorrow morning. But I was determined to get here because I wanted to buy food and I just wanted to be here to start my deliveries early. So I was determined to get here. And because of me waking up late and taking the 2 hours to take a shower at the pilot in I-40, I-75, I drove through Cincinnati at 5 in the afternoon. And Cincinnati is like 50 miles away from where I'm at right now. So the last hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes were very tedious because I'm almost out of hours for the day. The traffic was unbearable, and I was just not on edge, but just anxious and stressed out because I've never been in a position, or never in the 7-10 months that I've been trucking solo, I've never been in the situation in which I was potentially not going to make it to my delivery location, right? So I was just frustrated, and my parents that are in Switzerland right now, 6 hours ahead, so it's like midnight where they're at, were calling me, and I was declining the phone call because I'm trying to deal with the situation, trying to figure out what I'm going to do, just stop and go traffic. And when I finally got out of it, I called him back, and I'm not proud of this. Again, this is, just keeping it real, guys. In my frustration and my exhaustion, or just being tired because I'm by the end of my shift, I've been up since 4 in the morning, it's 5 in the afternoon, 5, 6 in the afternoon, I lashed out at my mom. And it's not something that I'm proud of, but I just want to talk about it. It's just a combination of the frustration of being late, being stressed for not making it, but also just not wanting to admit in that moment that I'm responsible for this situation. So I said some things that were justified, but there's a time and a place and also a way of saying them. And lashing out is not the best way. Which means that tomorrow I'm going to have to make a very awkward phone call and not only apologize for that, but express or confess this mistake to my mom while being apologetic. But it's stuff that happens. Like, I mean, I'm not, I don't know if the word is that I'm not ashamed of it. Of course, there's some shame because that shouldn't have happened. But we all slip. And this was like a snowball effect that started with me not waking up on time. So, just throwing it out there. Stuff happens. Shit happens. It is what it is. We just deal with it and move on. We just gotta recognize when it happens, I guess. And yeah, I don't want to appear or give this perfect look. There's nothing perfect about this job. I love it with everything that it brings, and I just wanted to mention that because it's gonna happen to you at some point. You're gonna be tired or exhausted, or you just want to make it to a place and you encounter traffic. There's multiple reasons when you can get frustrated or stressed out. When you can avoid stressing out, figure out if you can just pull over and continue the next shift, or assess the situation in the best way possible for you. And if you do stress out and lash out to a significant other, or just have a road rage scenario, well, try to prevent it, because your job is your livelihood, of course. But if you do slip, it happens to everybody out here. Yeah. And that's it. This has been our first and hopefully last installment of Trucker Confessions. Let me know in the comments if you want me to address certain topics that may be embarrassing. I have no shame. Like, I'm not ashamed of it, but I mean, if I get too personal, maybe that's something that you guys don't care for, and if you don't care for it, I don't need to share it. That's a weight off my back, I guess. But yeah, let me know. So other than that, we are at our first delivery stop, and it should be smooth sailing from here. I have 11 more stops, so coming up is going to be a montage of delivering at every single Walmart. Granted that there's not going to be any issues. Workout for today. Hello. Hi. I got a delivery. It's like 3 pounds. And we are done. It was actually only 11 stops. I got thrown off with the 11 plus the 90 because the 01 or the number one stop was the pickup. So really 11 drop-offs. And I delivered the last one about an hour ago. I went ahead and did some Walmart shopping. I washed up. I could drive to a truck stop, but I found a nice parking spot at the end of this road at the Walmart, so I'd rather just take my chances, sit here until I get my next load or until tomorrow morning to go get a shower. It is Memorial Day weekend and it's Saturday, and it seems the loads are non-existent. But it is what it is. I went ahead and delivered this load as quickly as I could to try to get ahead on the weekend and push for a next load before Sunday. But yeah, I mean, I'm waiting. But I wanted to take an opportunity to share my experience between this Costa Farms load and the one I took back in April with Lowe's and Walmart. I guess I see why people don't like them. You do gotta get out of the truck a bunch, but personally I love them. I had a great time talking to some of the Walmart employees. They were curious about the trucking job, and it also gives me a little bit of an insight of what a local job would be whenever I do look into that. And I didn't mind getting in and out of the truck. I didn't exercise yesterday or today because it wasn't exhausting, but I just didn't feel like exercising after muscling the pallet jack a bunch. But it was nice, and now I mean I'm here in Fort Gratiot Township. I'm basically across from Canada, literally. And I kind of want to go out and explore because there's no load, and there's the chance there won't be a load until tomorrow or until Tuesday at this point. I don't know who's going to be open on Monday. But yeah, we'll wait until tomorrow. I'm just going to try to wind down in the truck. I'm a little upset that I addressed the settlements to a degree or the bad market in the last couple of videos, because now I gotta eat my words. The last 2 weeks have been wonderful. We're back to the numbers that I expect to make. I was actually surprised, which when I added the numbers, I should have known. But I wasn't expecting my last two settlements to be on the ballpark of what I usually expect to make, or what puts me back on track with covering my expenses and my 30-week challenge. As I sit right now, Memorial Day weekend, my expenses for June are already covered. I don't have to touch my savings at all, which means that I have all of June to start building up that savings account, just be a little bit more prepared and pay off some debt. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go back there and organize some stuff that I just bought at Walmart. It's been a little bit of a mess back there, but I have some extra time right now to take care of it. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Let me know in the comments if you like this format. It's more of me blogging a load while sharing some thoughts. If you have any suggestions, questions, doubts, whatever, hit me in the comments. I'm no stranger to anything, really. So, yeah. Again, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.